Well, I've had my break with target blocks and powered rails. Let's actually figure some stuff out. Before I used note blocks, but let's switch it up and use redstone lamps. The redstone lamp just lights up when powered. Simple enough. I feel like what I really need to get a good understanding of redstone is a way to measure how much power there is. Wait, I think I once saw a video mentioning that you can use a lectern for this. I'll probably need a book for the lectern. Is this how it works? Oh, it probably needs a book on it. Oh wait, I bet I need the book and quill instead. Let's fill a few of these pages. Why can't I write? Oh, it needs to be off the lectern first. So when it's like this, it's on page 1. I am hoping that this will make the book be on a different page. Come on. Yeah, this is really just not working how I wanted it to. How long does a redstone torch last? It's about time I figured that out. 5, 10, 15, 16. So, the power lasts 16 if you count the torch, 15 if you don't. It seems like the power can't continue through the lamp. That's unfortunate. So, I know that the power lasts for 15, but I want to have a better way to measure that than just carefully counting blocks. Let's add some more pages to see if that works. It doesn't seem like that did anything. Maybe I need to sign the book first. This still isn't working how I want it to. I want to discover redstone on my own, because it sounds more fun that way, but I can't figure this out. I don't have a way to measure how long the power is, and I don't think I'm going to be able to figure much out unless I can do that. I need to figure this out to actually do anything cool with redstone. I think I have to cheat. I don't want to, but I think I have to if I want to progress with redstone. I'm just going to watch the YouTube video that talked about lecterns a little. Ah, I see. So it seems like there actually isn't a way to measure the power with the lectern, but you can control it. That's unfortunate, but I'll just have to make do. I want a new book to try out what I saw. So you put the redstone in the back, you put the book on the lectern. Oh wait, I need the comparator. There we go. The book's on page 5 and the power lasts 5. That's good. Now, when the book's on page 15, the power lasts all the way over here. What happens if I add more pages to the book? Since the lectern won't let me measure the power, I'll make my own way to measure it. It looks like it can go past 16. Let's label these. This is how far 20 is. So, if I go to a further page, I should be able to get the power to go far. Wait, what? I thought those redstone lamps would be lit up. Those lamps were lit up at 16 before. Okay, so when I go to 50, it looks the same as what it was like at 20 before. Yeah, it looks exactly the same. And that seems to be the same as when it's just a torch. I've totally mislabeled these. I should label them by how many blocks the power has traveled, not by the page of the book. Wait, how long the power lasts isn't about the number of pages in the book. It's about how far through the book you are. 15 is a good number to use because that's how long the power can last, so it's easiest to control. Wait, I want to test something. What happens if I just have 2 pages? Yeah, that proves that it's how far through the book you are, not what page. Man, I really wish I had tested that first. I want to label more parts of this redstone. Yeah, that should be good. This works like a charm. The redstone lamps are lighting up in all the right places. Now that I can measure power, let's figure out the comparator. I already know that comparators can extend the power, so let's add redstone lamps so that we can see it happening. So, a comparator there lets the power go one further. Stupid rain. I don't actually know how to get rid of it. After trying some different commands, which did not stop the rain, I finally Googled it and stopped it. Much better. Anyways, what was I doing? Oh right, figuring out the comparator. What happens if I move the comparator forward? Now it lasts to 17. Interesting. I think I'll need some more labels. What happens if I move the comparator further? Huh, it only lasts to 17. Still only to 17. I need to test what happens with two comparators. First, let's get rid of this stupid guy. That felt good. Now, let's try two comparators. That extended it to 18. I think I want another redstone lamp. Now, the power lasts to 19. What happens if I add more comparators? Wow, that extends the power quite a lot. The power lasts for 15 from the last comparator. It's still going for 15 from the last comparator, but I'm alternating redstone and comparators. What happens if I try something else? If I put them right next to each other, it still lasts for 15 since the last one. And if I space them out a bit more, then the power does run out. Wait, I'm pretty sure that the comparator just puts the same amount of power out that it received. That's so simple. Now I just feel dumb. Yeah, that's all it is. I can't believe it took me so long to figure that out. Anyways, that's just one mode of the comparator. Let's figure the other one out. So, initially, it seems like the other mode doesn't actually change anything. Yeah, this seems to be acting exactly the same as the other mode, but I remember from last time I used the comparators that things really changed when there were multiple lines coming in. So, here's a comparator. Just to double check, multiple lines going in doesn't affect the comparator in this mode. And it doesn't matter if it's powered from the sides. Oh, that's interesting. The redstone lamps don't get turned off immediately. I'm getting distracted. So, in this mode, multiple lines going in do make a drastic change. It looks like the power lasts for 1. Huh. With just torches, nothing changes. But when there's redstone, no power is coming out. Now, there is some power coming out, with strength too. I want to have a bit more room to work. There is power with strength 1 here. And having 3 lines going in instead of 2 doesn't change that. Huh, if I move the torch back 1, then there's 2 power out instead. That's a little confusing. It feels like doing that shouldn't change anything, but it does. Other than that, it doesn't seem to matter how far back the torch is. I feel like, just like the other mode of the comparator, there's gotta be a simple explanation for what's going on. I'll figure out having the torch right next to it later. Wait, what? You can have redstone there? Cool. What happens if there's more of a difference in the power levels? More lights light up. This line is 5 long, and the main one is 1 long. 4 power is coming out, so that means it's just subtraction. That's simple enough. But when there's also a line that's 3 long, it puts 2 power out. It uses the shorter one for the subtraction. Just to test, I want to make this longer. Now it's 11 long. And the power is strength 10. Good. And if I make it 13 long, it lasts to 12. Now it's 15 long, and it lasts to 14. I think I understand this. Yep, since this shorter line is here, it only lasts 4. This makes sense! And because it's just difference, it doesn't matter where the torch goes. Whoa, it's flickering. Why is it flickering? That stopped the flickering. I can extend the flickering, but why is it happening? I want to see if the flickering actually means something. That doesn't work because it takes the redstone lamp time to turn off. So, let's go get our old friend the note block. Yep, something is definitely going on. That was getting annoying. That bit of redstone is part of what's causing the flickering. And having the torch here seems to stop the flickering. I think I know what's going on, but I need to write my thoughts down. So basically, I think that the redstone is getting confused. It wants to be at power 1 because of the length of the redstone, but it's also getting fed by the comparator, and that part is telling it to be at power 2. Then, that messes with the comparator and tells it to output less energy, which makes that bit of redstone be at power 1. So, it's flickering between them because it makes itself change which one it is. Now that I understand what's going on, can I make it happen, but more dramatically? That's more dramatic. I can extend the flickering. So that's how long it lasts without the flickering happening. Making it flicker doesn't change that. That's good. I'm pretty sure that the darker mode still has power. I'm seeing some darker particles. I don't think that this dust has any power on the darker mode. There, the darker mode does still have power. Huh, that's strange. The flickering still works, so I'll leave it. Here, the darker mode doesn't have power. I used the book again to get a few more thoughts down. Wait, what? I've never seen that. That dust down there is causing the torch to die. That is really strange. I tried to continue with what I had been doing, but what had happened with the torch still bugged me. It looks like the redstone line doesn't care whether the redstone is lower or not, but the torch does. And it only happens if the redstone is powered. This is really interesting. It doesn't work when the torch is lowered instead of being above. Using this, I can control multiple torches, but it takes a sec to update. Cool. I could see this being useful in a future build. I might explore that more later, but I want to get back to the comparator. This confused me earlier. There is one power going out, and the things on the side are obviously 2, so it must be reading what's coming in as 1. I guess that makes sense. The redstone torch itself and the redstone next to it have the same power. Yeah, a torch right next to it is the same as a torch 1 away. Just to check, okay, it is subtraction, and not the difference. It matters whether the main one or the sides have more power. That makes sense. Wait, this would be so much easier with Lecterns. This works like a charm. I can see the lamps lighting up when they're supposed to. Let's put this book on 10. Nothing changes until I pass 10, as I expected. The comparator cares about the higher number. I spent a while messing around with the lecterns, making sure that everything worked how I expected it to. And it did. I actually understood this stuff. It was great. To celebrate, I murdered a wandering trader. Then I made more fire and murdered some sheep. Even the baby sheep. I wonder if it says something about me that I'm celebrating by setting a lot of fires. Oh well.